Sometimes the world can just be too much, and you want to escape from it all. I'm Meek, and this is our Bedrot. How long has your life been like this? You haven't a clue. But given your situation, you don't care about that. Holy crap, it's worse than I thought. Okay, I know I said I was hiding away from the world, but am I also hiding from the police? Because they are rather suspiciously shaped bags, and a rather suspicious amount of flies. Do I kill people? Rise and shine, Alicebot. What time is it? The time really shouldn't matter to you. Not when you're just gonna stay inside all day. Whatever. I'm just gonna do what I do best. Sit and watch TV. It's gotten so bad that you can't bring yourself to get out of bed. In order to look around, you find yourself having to click on everything in the room. Okay, I need to ask, what's going on with the bin bags? The trash has piled up so much that it almost covers the windows. I would take out the garbage if I didn't have to go outside. Okay, so we didn't mention any corpses. I feel like the solution is here, so we leave temporarily, just put the bin right below our windows. Then we can just drop all the garbage straight outside. I mean, is it gonna land correctly? Probably not. But at least it's not inside the room and we can get rid of the flies. I feel like so many people will have problems with this solution. And you know what, actually I don't think it's gonna help much, because even if we do that, we've still got the coffee stains on the floor. You haven't bothered to clean that up. Too much of a hassle when you already live in filth. Oh, that's not a good mentality to have. And that's gonna attract even more bugs, right? We're gonna get ants now. I mean, I think I know how they're getting in. Those are concerning cracks in the wall. You used to care about the crack in the wall, but now it's just decoration. I feel like we should be more concerned. I mean, if this apartment falls apart, we're gonna have to go outside. So I feel like it's in our best interest to keep this place intact. And then again, we've already got exposed brickwork. You've been meaning to call someone to fix this. Alas, the stench of rotting wood is nothing for you. Not when you live with the flies. Yeah, I imagine this room cannot smell that great. I mean, I think that's like a food container, right? So if any like leftover food, the coffee, it's just gonna start stinking up the place, right? I mean, we do still go outside to like use the bathroom and stuff, right? I don't know if we've got an ensuite or anything. And again, we did say we don't leave the bed anymore. I'm concerned. You're grateful for this. Grateful that you don't have to go out for food. Otherwise, you would have died long ago. Okay, so the newest question is, how am I getting the money for the food? I mean, imagine we're ordering takeout all the time, right? And even like paying for this apartment. Unless I live with my parents still? Because if we don't leave the bed, I can't imagine we've got a job. Even though you've lived in this dorm for some time, you never finished unpacking. Looks like it's gonna stay that way. Oh, okay, so we're a student then, probably even in like college or uni or something. So I suppose maybe student loans is how we're paying for everything? But that's gonna run out fast, especially on like takeout. And like, wouldn't we get kicked out of university if we're no longer attending classes? It's you. You're sad, hermit little self. As if you didn't know that already. Do you need a hug? I feel like yes. I feel like you should go shower first though, please. Wait, do I not want to talk about the bed? I mean, I can't imagine we're changing the sheets very often if we're not even leaving the flat. Looks like the floor has become your trash bin for tissues. You're so tired most of the time that you can't even bring yourself to put the trash in here. I think that's everything in this room then. Do you know what? Do you want to just watch TV? You would have lost your head without this lovely contraption. Want to watch something? Well, I don't think we really have much of a choice. I mean, if I say no, are you gonna let me leave the flat? Suit yourself then. Have fun stewing in your thoughts. Your lovely food-stained bed is more of a home to you than this dorm. Oh man, Yeah, it really sounds like we don't change the sheets. And we've got food in the bed. Oh, we're not doing well. I feel like we should call someone. You haven't stepped outside of your room for a very long time. You only ever go here to pick up takeout. I'm not filled with confidence about the bathroom situation anymore. Okay, I don't think there's anything else we can do. We can only watch TV. So what do you want to watch? I mean, maybe something to make us feel better? How about Terrifier? That's always entertaining. Very funny. You switch the TV on. Just like every single day. People always tell you to be consistent. And here you are, consistently staying in bed and watching TV. Even though you do this every day, the TV's flickering light still burns your retinas. You switch through the channels. News, sports, questionable stuff, kid shows. You settle on My 30-Day Wedding. Yes, you know that just about everything in that show is staged. But you like it. You like seeing these people be so petty towards each other. Seeing them beat the crap out of each other over silly things like soap remind you of why you're even here. I know that some might think that I'm missing out on life, but I'm perfectly fine missing out on people. I mean, I can get it. Some people just really aren't social and don't want to deal with others, but I feel like there's a fine line between being antisocial and then living in these conditions. Like, I feel like we can still maintain a healthy balance and not have to see people. I mean, how many people are we really going to bump into by taking out the trash? Probably not that many. Even if My 30-Day Wedding is staged, you can't help but feel that there's some level of truth to the pettiness. You remember how when you actually attended class, some boy began trying to prank you. And by prank, I don't mean silly things like dialing random numbers. I mean crap like trying to dump acid on you. Wait, what? I don't think that classifies as a prank. I'm pretty sure that's crossed the boundary into like grievous bodily harm. Why the hell did he even get acid? I'm assuming we're maybe on like some kind of science course? And it was all because I didn't want to work with him on a project. Maybe I came across too harshly when rejecting him? No, I don't think you did. I mean, short of us first trying to pour acid on him, I don't think there's any way we can reject him that would warrant his reaction. A massive part of you believes that the world is a crappy place. But the idea that maybe it's your fault is tempting. You know, it's understandable, because I mean, the problem is the world is crappy, there's nothing that can be done about it. But if it's because of you, then it's kind of like in your control, right? So you can potentially fix it. It may not be, like, reasonable, but I can understand what the appeal of thinking that way. Oh, crap! Okay, if they died by acid, I have a suspect for you. You sit back and think on it some more. At least if something's your fault, you can fix it. You switch to the news channel. You feel like watching something informative. Good evening, citizens of Libretto City. Evening? You're not surprised. More disappointed in yourself than anything. You used to wake up at the crack of dawn to get crap done. Now, you wake up at the crack of dusk to lay and rot. You bring your attention back to the TV. Thoughts aren't good for you. Today, we bring you a grisly case, a murder. Another one? Just like every day. Yes, I know that you see this crap every day, but this one is so bad that we have to show you. You zone out a bit while the reporter talks about the crime scene, about how the victim was found in the Cardinal River with half her face burned off and her breast torn. Okay, that definitely sounds like acid. So this boy that tried to attack you, what's his name? I feel like we need to phone someone. The victim was named Emma Greenwood. Your ears perk up. You remember that she was one of your classmates, back when you went to class. And she was also one of the only people to check up on you. You're sure that she was a good person. She sure as hell didn't deserve to die in such a horrific way. Why is the world like this? How is it that you could do everything right, and still have something horrible happen to you. You decide to sleep again. And just like every night, you don't dream. On one hand, if you don't dream, you can't remind yourself that this situation does suck. Plus, you don't have nightmares about how a stranger is going to burst in to strangle you. On the other hand, sleep is getting boring without dreams. Sleep just consists of your random thoughts bouncing off of each other. It's too much like when you're awake. Rise and shine again. Am I dying? Is that why my world is going murky? Even though you got well over half a day of sleep, your eyes are still glued shut. Not to mention that the sunlight makes you want to clamp your eyes. You don't enjoy sunlight. You don't even go out to feel its warmth. It's just a nuisance to you. Something that stops you from... You can't think of what it stops you from doing. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Rotting away, that's what. Is it moments like these where you question everything? No, you didn't question it when trash began piling up in your room. Nor did you question it when people showed up at your dorm with bills, letters of expulsion, all that good crap. Now that sunlight is hitting you, you question it. Part of you wants to go over to the window and cover it up with something. But you also don't want to see the dent you left in the bed from how long you've laid here. It makes everything feel too real. You hide from the light under the wrinkled covers. You don't sleep under there. You lay awake. The sunlight barely penetrates the thin fabric. But it's better than your eyes being fried. There's nothing to distract you from your thoughts under the covers. Nothing but the faint buzzing of flies around the garbage. You try to make out little conversations the flies might be having. Okay, I feel like it's at this point that we really need to phone someone to ask for help. When we're starting to imagine conversations between flies, we're not in a good headspace. Also, I'm really not surprised that we've started getting letters of expulsion. I mean, I wonder how long it's now been since we've been to class. Did we at least tell someone that the kid tried to pour acid on us? I hope so. Anything to distract you from your mind. After what feels like an eternity, the room is dark again. I mean, yes, we got more flies, but what is that? That definitely was not there earlier. Have I got a demon living under my bed? Is it feeding off of me? I wouldn't be surprised. You prop yourself up again. Just another night of nothing. That's what I expect. Just like every single night since you caged yourself in here. The only difference is that now, you're realizing how miserable it is. Oh, I feel like our conscience is a little bit of a tough love situation, right? I mean, we're trying to make it very clear to ourselves what the situation is. I don't think it's currently working, but I feel like part of us is fighting to kind of change our situation. That is a lot of flies. Why do you have a trash bin if you never use it? Is the TV still on? Looks like you didn't turn off the TV last night. Oh well, you were already behind on electricity bills. No use in caring now. Oh, they're gonna cut the power, aren't they? Okay, I've got to ask, what is this? Huh? What's this? You can't discern what it is. Maybe it's a plant of some kind? You don't know what it would be living off of. Maybe off of the food scraps under your bed? Maybe off of decaying wood? Oh, you know, us. No use in wondering about it though. No use in wondering about anything now. You lay back down in bed, stomach completely empty. Oh, I'm out of money, aren't I? I mean, we did say we were behind on the bills, so I guess we can't be ordering food anymore either. As the days go on and on, you feel like your head's becoming more empty. You can't remember how when you were younger, the lives of you and your sister were filled with joy and whimsy. As much as you can get on Libretto City, at least. I feel like we should call our sister. I mean, does she have any idea what's going on right now? You know that your sister's off being productive, working in forensics of some kind. Heck, she's probably working on Emma Greenwood's case right as you rot. How would she feel if she saw me like this? Everyone in my family thinks I'm off getting some psychology degree. Wait, psychology? I thought we were doing science. So where the hell did he get the acid? Unless he was quite literally just carrying it around with him. If he's a murderer, that would make sense. They all think I'm actually doing something with my life. But I'm just rotting. That's the best word for it. I used to be something. Someone. Now I'm just some husk. You remember when Emma came to check up on you? She asked if anything had happened. You tried to pinpoint what happened. You're still trying, to be quite frank. At least, if something did happen to you, this state of your life would be justified, right? Maybe it wasn't a single bad thing that happened. Maybe it was just a bunch of smaller things piling up. Even though you've spent the better part of the day sleeping, you're too tired to think. You just want to rest. It's been long overdue. I feel like that's making our situation worse though. Because we've probably reached the point where we don't necessarily need to sleep. We're just exhausted because we haven't been doing anything. I mean, if we haven't left our bed, our muscles are going to start like to atrophy or something, right? They're going to wither away, and that's going to make our situation even worse. Like, even if we don't leave the flat, I feel like we should at least like stand up maybe, just take some walks around. When you wake up, the sun is blaring on you and your little plant friend. Why is there so much sunlight out there? Libretto City is usually all dark and gloomy. Why is it all bright now all of times? Sometimes, you like to think that it's sunny because you're not out there. Self-aggrandizing? Hell yeah. Funny? Hell yeah. At least, it's funny in your mind. Seeing the sun out reminds me that everyone's out there doing stuff. At least in the night, people are doing what I do, for the most part. Eating, watching TV, and sleeping. But I know that's not true when the sun is shining. You lay back down. Again. You truly hate being reminded of what you could be doing instead of laying in bed all day. You know it's your fault that you're like this. You struggle to sleep through the day, lost in thought. I know that some people out there feel the exact way that I do, but it manifests so differently for people. Some people just turn to alcohol. Some turn to adrenaline hunting. Some throw themselves into their work and become even more productive. I think that any of those people are more productive than I am. Even the alcoholic and adrenaline junkie. Okay, yeah, but on the flip side of that, even though we're not productive, we're not technically like a net negative to the world. Whereas, potentially an alcoholic may choose to like get behind the wheel and drive under the influence, which could then kill someone else. So if you're looking at it technically, we're not the worst person in the situation. I mean, I'm just trying to make you feel a little better. It's probably not working. Because at least they're putting themselves out into the world. Yes, but like I said, they might be causing dangers for others. Why do my feelings manifest in this way? Oh, damn, our plant is growing. And is it just me or are we getting darker? Night falls yet again. Just like every single night. Do you know how insanity is defined? You really should, considering that you barely survived one semester of university. No answer? Ah, shucks. Explains why you stopped attending class. Insanity is when you do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. That's exactly what you're doing. The thing is that I know nothing's gonna change. No crap it isn't! I know that every single day is the same. See, I feel like part of the reason why nothing can change is because of that mindset. I mean, we don't need to do anything drastic. That's never gonna be sustainable. But, like, just maybe standing up for a while? Like, the small changes. And then we can escalate from there until we can eventually get the trash out of the room. Oh, those flies are really multiplying. But how different am I compared to other people then? Alright, good point. The way that you view it, with regards to insanity, you're the same as most people. People go to university expecting to outshine their peers, even if they're reusing the same study habits from high school. People go to work every single day, doing random stuff for an apathetic boss, expecting that out of all of the other employees, they'll be the ones to get rich. That's all the same to you, except for the fact that society doesn't consider what you do to be productive. You do miss blissful ignorance. You hate being able to see the systems for what they are. You hate how you can't just go along with it like everyone else, even though it all is the same. The difference is that those people are happy. That's debatable. While I'm not. I mean, I can't imagine many people are happy going to work every day. Most jobs suck, let's face it. Aww. Don't be such a Debbie Downer. Maybe you should watch some TV to return to your usual state of apathy. Wait, is that why it's darker? Our light has stopped flickering. Did they actually cut the power? The wall looks a tad bit moldier than usual. I mean, the flies have definitely multiplied, and our plant is growing. Huh, this plant looks different from yesterday. Smells different too. Ah, looks like the TV is off. You don't remember turning it off? Guess that they finally cut the power. Explains why the lamp's off. This day was coming. And now, your one source of entertainment is gone. All that can keep me occupied now are my thoughts. Or sleep. Or the flies. What does it matter that the power's gone? Most of my time is spent sleeping and thinking anyways. White noise rings in your mind. Your stomach grumbles with hollowness. And your eyes just don't want to stay open. Regardless of if you sleep for 3 or 18 hours, your eyes want to stay clamped shut in eternal slumber. Your eyes give in, and darkness is all you see. Your other senses are heightened, but even they feel dull. You know that it smells slightly worse in here than usual. You're used to the stench of mold and rotting wood, but you're beginning to pick up the odor of decaying meat. Oh, I'm rotting, aren't I? My entire body is decaying. If I haven't left the bed in a while, that makes sense. The flies are gonna love that. Wait, is that gonna be the ending? Am I gonna get eaten by the flies? Hopefully I'll be dead at that point. That is gonna be an awful way to die. Oh, damn! I mean, the plant's even grown in front of the door now. You wake up from another dreamless night. That's good. Nothing to remind you of what you could be missing out on. And it's night. You either slept for only a few hours, or for an entire day. I'm probably going to fall right back to sleep any minute. You're starting to wish that you'd stay asleep forever. You know, if there's a fire, I don't think that we've got any hope of getting out of here. It's close to blocking off the exit. It's not like it matters. I was never going to leave in the first place. Quite the thought of despair here. You know, considering like we've got the smell of rotting meat and all the garbage, I'm surprised no one's called in like a welfare check on us. I mean, they're gonna have noticed the smell by now, right? But it's true. There's nothing out there for you. You're sure that no one in your family cares. You're sure that even if you finally did go out, you'd be miserable. How? The one person you remember being kind to you wound up dead. What does that mean? Does it mean that you have to resort to jerkery if you want to live? The worst part of it all is that even after thinking about it, you don't know the root of your issues. Maybe it was a bunch of small things snowballing up into something massive. But you can't even figure out the smaller things. You fall back asleep for a long, long time. And again, it's dreamless. You've come to realize that maybe you don't dream because your mind itself is a prison. Okay, I think it's official. Our room belongs to the plant now. It smells like blood and guts are spread around the room. Is it all part of the plant? The scent of rot overpowers you. Gone, it's the foul odor of garbage, replaced by just the scent of your room. You can't make anything out in the darkness, but you're sure that maggots and larvae are festering in the takeout container. It's too late for you now. A very useless TV. The exit's blocked. You're too late. The vines. Rot. Guts. The substance stays wrapped around you. You don't try to fight it. Oh, I belong to the rot now. You want to scream, but you're too tired. The strange tentacles poke through you, stitching you straight to the bed. You never intended to leave in the first place. Not for a long time, at least. But now that you're truly chained to the bed, you expect to regret it all. You don't. You had no dreams to live for. So, your nightmares became your reality. God damn. I guess we really don't talk to our sister often. She never noticed that we were essentially rotting away. I still feel like we could have helped ourselves. But again, just pushing all that garbage out the window, getting some fresh air in. I mean, it wouldn't have helped with the tentacles, but it might have made us feel a little bit better. God damn. Well, if you enjoyed your time here, I'd really appreciate a like, this video, and subscribe to this channel. And that is Spooky Day, and catch you next time, guys.